really like it here. I used to walk my dog here before we moved. I have to go to Hyde Park now, where there's hundreds of dogs all leaping at yours, and you're never really sure if they're friendly or not. How have you been since our last meeting?
Same old. Not really much has changed. It's funny how things work out, you know. I bet you never thought that someone like me went to private school, would you? But I did. Haberdashers, a few towns away. It was a good school. Had its problems like any other, just a little bit more money to throw at it, you know. Mr. McGilvray, one of our old teachers, what a prick. Slammed his books down once on the desk and ran out crying like a little girl because a few of us hadn't done our homework.
Oh my God, we used to have a teacher like that. If you asked a question or you asked him to repeat something, he'd just scream the whole school down and tear his hair out, saying, oh, you should have been listening, and it wasn't his job to answer these sorts of things. Makes you wonder how some people do get a job.
I don't know why you'd be a teacher if that's your attitude towards things. It's supposed to help people. I think he only lasted for about a year. They replaced him with some really nice Spanish lady. I can't remember her name now. Used to make the lessons fun. It was easier to remember stuff when it's like that, you know. That's when I met Rachel. She had the nicest green eyes and smile that you've ever seen. I swear that when she walked in the room, it's like somebody turned the light on, you know.
Sounds like you were really in love. What happened?
I used to sit behind him in our Spanish lesson. A couple of the kids were messing around one day, throwing things at each other. The teacher called me up and asked me to read a bit out of the book we were learning. So I got up, started walking towards the front of the class like the lad, and Tom bloody tripped me over. Fell straight into her desk, knocked a bottle of water over her work, over her leg. I thought she was gonna kill me. But she didn't. She laughed. We caught each other's eye. Right then it felt like we'd known each other our whole lives, you know? Went to the front, read out the bit from the book, and it was like nobody else was there. It was just me and her. We didn't take our eyes off each other the whole time. I don't think we really left each other's side for more than a day after that. We did everything together. Went for walks, stayed up all night talking, some other things. She was a bit rebellious at the best of times, to be honest with you. So was I. We were drinking, we were smoking. We started smoking weed at the skate ramps with some of the older kids. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Then one evening she rang me up. Said she had this new thing for us to try. I took it the wrong way, I got all excited. Jumped in the shower. When I got out, she was already in my room. And she passed me the CD case. It's the first time I'd ever seen this stuff. I knew some of the older kids were doing it. I never really thought about doing it myself, to be honest. She had a way with words, you know? Made it seem like I'd be a fool if I didn't do it. So we did. And it was good. And we did do that thing as well, by the way. We started doing it every weekend. Before long, it was every evening. It was a little bit out of control. One day after school, she rang me up and said she wasn't feeling very well. She was going to stay at home. So I had an early night, went to bed, got up and went to school the next day like normal. 9 o'clock, she's not there. 10 o'clock, she's still not there. I know she had to be really ill because there's one thing that she didn't do, and that was miss school. We didn't have phones back then, so I couldn't just call or text her. I was going to wait until break time and then use the school's phone and ring her house. Just before break, the headmaster came and called the teacher out. It was weird. Straight away I knew that something was wrong and my heart sank into my chest. I could see them talking and looking at me through the window. I knew that something was wrong. Headmaster walked off, the teacher came in, called me out, took me to the room around the corner. Dad found her in the morning. She must have done too much. The one fucking time that I wasn't there and she needed me. keeps going over and over in your head. You're thinking what you could have done differently. There's nothing that I can do to bring her back. Soulmates are real, Jane, and I've lost mine. There's just an empty hole in my chest, and I don't think that I'm ever going to be able to fill it. So as much as I appreciate our meetings, no, nothing's changed. And I don't think that it's ever going to.